Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back. In today's video, we're playing Slay the Spire 2. I did not play Slay the Spire 1, but heard really good things about it, so wanted to try out the early access version of Slay the Spire 2. I did one initial playthrough, just some roughing through, going through the tutorial, trying to get an idea of some of the mechanics. Seems pretty cool. So let's dive in, try to do a proper first run through here and see how far we can get. Let's do standard. We unlocked the Silent as a playable character, but I want to do more with the Ironclad here, see how far we can get. Really cool artwork, by the way. Niao, Mother of Resurrection. I've remade you go up. Precise Scissors. Remove one card from your deck. Lost Coffer. Gain one card reward and procure one random potion or Silken Trees. Lose all gold. Enchant all cards in the first card reward with Glam. Let's do the Lost Coffer. This is a character or something that I unlocked after the first playthrough. So we get a speed potion. Interesting. Dexterity improves block. That's good to know. And then let's add a card here. Twin Strike, deal 5 damage twice. Seems pretty good. Bloodletting. We can lose 3 HP but gain 2 energy. And Flame Barrier, gain 12 block. Whenever you are attacked this turn, deal 4 damage back. Kind of like the idea of getting a little more energy. It seems like a useful mechanism. So we've got Act 1 here. So the idea, moving through these different floors that all have a very cool progression tree. So we can choose which path we want to go down. And then we want to get to the very end of this, obviously, and head on to the next act. Really cool to see such an awesome and deep looking progression tree like this. This is the merchant. Maybe we'll try going. Let's go over. We've got a merchant there. Let's try going up this side over here and see what we get. So we've got the battle. We have got our cards here. Don't need energy yet. That's going to become super useful. Let's get some block. So we've got basically 3 energy. We've used 1 there for that first round of block. Let's get some more block. It gives us 10. This guy's going to attack for 12. So we're going to still take a couple of damage. But 2 damage is better than 12. So we'll see how that works out, but I'm happy with that for now. Let's deal 2 vulnerable. I think we can just take that 6 damage because I really want to maximize the damage on them. Down to 19 health. We're going to take that 6 damage. Not attacking this turn, so we can just finish. We should be able to finish them off. Maybe, hopefully. They're not taking as much damage because of the stuff they applied, but now I think we're breaking through. And then we got to heal 6 at the end, so we're down to 78 out of 80 health. Let's take our gold. Let's take our block potion. That looks really useful. Let's add another card to the deck. Can apply 3 vulnerable. That's super useful. Just basically means that they're going to take more damage when we attack them if they're vulnerable. Shrug it off, gain 8 block, draw 1 card. Or this one over here, lose 1 health, and then deal 9 damage to all enemies. Let's take the shrug it off. I think block will be quite useful. So we've got a question mark space. Self-help book. On the floor lies a tome. Top 3 ways to conquer the spire. The book is encrusted with blood, so you find this manuscript highly suspicious. Will you read it? Read the back. Choose an attack to enchant with sharp 2. That gives you more damage, basically. Read a passage, a random passage. Increases block gained from this card by 2. Okay, and then that bottom one is locked because we don't have any powers at the moment that we can relevantly use. Let's do this one with sharp 2. I like the potential of that. Let's add this to the bash card, so that'll take it up to 10 damage. I feel like that will be quite nice. Critics and cultists agree that sharp and pointy weapons are the best way to inflict damage. Very funny. So now we've got another enemy that we're going to be facing. A couple of attacks coming our way, so I think we can probably put out 2 of our defends, which should mean that we won't take any damage. And then if we do some damage here to that leaf slime, they're at half health. This is a card that's going to go into our deck for the rest of this particular battle and just be kind of pesky and annoying. So the twig slime's got a big attack coming there. This might be a good point to do the bloodletting, get the, we're going to lose a little bit of health, but getting the extra energy is going to be very useful, I think. Let's do that to there. Some big damage on the twig slime made it more vulnerable. We're going to gain 8 block and draw a card. So this would mean that we take 7 damage at the moment. We could take that down to just 2 damage, which is what I'm going to do. So that's the end of our turn. No more energy left. So we're down to 73 health. It's not bad. Let's do bash. Let's do the, do we even need to do the bloodletting? If we just defend, we're not going to take any damage. And then now we should be able to use this to take care of that. We can do this to block the damage that'll be incoming, and we can do this to start the process of defeating that last slime. Which is gone now. So we healed 6, so that's got us up to 118. Weakened creatures deal less damage. We gotta start using those potions. We'll try to do that in the next one here. Havoc, play the top card of your draw pile and exhaust it. Gain 5 block. You receive 50% less damage from vulnerable enemies this turn, or headbutt. Deal 9 damage. Put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. That sounds interesting and appealing. Let's go over this way to the merchant and see if there's anything exciting. So interesting. So we can choose. We can increase our HP. At the start of boss combat, we heal 25. Deal 20 damage. Interesting items. Transformed cards become a random card of any rarity. Gain an additional 4 block from defend cards. There's a headbutt. Howl from beyond. Deal 16 damage to all enemies. The end of your turn, if this is in your exhaust pile, play it. Interesting. Don't really have a way to exhaust things easily, I don't think. If you've exhausted a card this turn, gain 4 or 3 energy, and then exhaust this. Whenever you apply vulnerable, draw 1 card. That might be interesting because we have the ability to make enemies vulnerable. This removes a card. Let's try that. There's our heal 6. So let's carry on and see what we can make happen with this. A room full of cheese. Choose 2 of 8 random common cards to add to your deck. Lose 14 HP and gain the chosen cheese. At the end of combat, gain 1 max HP. Does that repeatedly? I'm interested to try that. Yeah, I think that's going to be at the end of every combat. So we took some damage initially, but I think that's going to be useful. Let's try using the speed potion. So this gives us now 10 block rather than the 5. So that is good. Let's use bash, make this vulnerable. End our turn. Block that. They're going to do a buff there. Whenever you apply vulnerable, draw 1 card. Deal 9 damage. Put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. Let's bring Bash back. And then let's do just another attack. So they gained strength. I'm going to do 11 this time. Let's do Bash. Do we want to? Yeah, let's lose 3 HP, gain 2 more energy. Shrug it off. Get us 8 block. We do a defend, that gets us to 13, so we won't take any damage, and we should be able to then strike there. So we're in a pretty good spot. This time we should be able to. Let's just do the headbutt. So we got some gold. We add a card. Can add another headbutt, or we can do add a random attack into your hand. It's free to play this turn. Exhaust. Deal 5 damage twice. I think we'll do the. Let's do the headbutt. Kind of like it as a way to get cards up into my hand from my discard on a more regular basis. Let's go this way because I want to heal via the rest here. That'll bring us back almost. No, it brought us all the way. Nice. So we're 81 out of 81. Let's take one random potion. I don't think I want to add a guilty. Don't think we want. I mean, it might be nice, I guess, to get rid of a card, but let's take a potion. Strength potion is probably going to be useful. A gambling chip at the start of each combat. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many. Interesting. Should be useful. We're fighting here the Quebecs. Oh yeah, so we get to. Let's get rid of 2. This is the vicious. Let's do the. How many? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this so we get enough energy to do all of that. Let's do that. So we'll get to draw a card when we do the vulnerable. And then let's do the headbutt. We can bring the bloodletting back. Always a useful one to have. So strength there for the Quebecs. Let's give ourselves some strength. Maybe we'll make it weak. Let's do the bloodletting again. It's 5, so we should be able to do all of these things. Well, I guess we've got a choice now. Let's do the headbutt. Let's bring the bash back. Let's do a defend so that we minimize damage. Strike. So we're down 10 health from our max capabilities. But there we go. Explosive Ampule. Deal 10 damage to all enemies. Let's take the gold. That. We're going to add a card. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. Deal 32 damage, or add a copy of the third attack you play each turn into your hand. I think let's go with bludgeon. I think a big damage could be useful. Future of potions. So insert a common potion, lose explosive ampule, obtain upgraded common attack. Insert common potion, lose block potion, obtain an upgraded common skill. Let's try this one, I guess. We're going to get, I like this. So we've got Iron Wave, gain 7 block, deal 7 damage. That's really good. Deal 14 damage, double the enemy's vulnerable, and then you exhaust it. Or the Twin Strike plus, so 7 damage twice. I'm going to go with the 7 block, 7 damage. I think that'll be super useful. So that was good. We got rid of a potion, but we got some really good stuff back in return. Choose one starter card to transform into Peck. Deal 2 damage 3 times. Enchant one card with Slither. When you draw this card, randomize its cost from 0 to 3. Choose one starter card to transform into Toric Toughness. Gain 5 block, gain 5 block at the start of the next 2 turns. I think that sounds interesting. Let's take one of our defends and do that. I think that sounds interesting. Definitely cool. I always love these sort of things. Very dynamic, run to run. We're going to be taking 8 damage this turn, potentially. Let's try those two. We didn't get anything super exciting back, but we can go, let's do this for 7 damage on them and 7 block. If we do one more, if we do a defend, we won't take any damage, and then we can deal 9 damage and get a card back on top of the deck for the next hand, which we can go with that one right there. Nice to get 7 block. It's just super useful. Let's do the blood letting. Let's do this vicious. We're going to draw a card. So we're going to do the vulnerable right here. Then we can do our Iron Wave, 7 blocks, 7 damage. And then let's do Shrug It Off. I guess we're not really going to take damage anyways, but we are vulnerable now by the looks of it. Can deal 32, but is he vulnerable? This might be enough then to destroy. Yeah, because it's going to do 48. That was awesome. 19. Deal damage equal to your block. Another bloodletting, and then deal 12 damage to all enemies. Costs 1 less for each attack played this turn. Let's do the bloodletting. I think the energy is super useful. I can only imagine that we're going to get more cards. Now we've got the choice. We can do a regular enemy or we can do an elite. I think we might as well try an elite one. See if we can give ourselves a bit of a boost here. What do we... Maybe those two? I don't think they're attacking us on the first turn. Let's do Vicious. And then the Bash, which should get us a card. Nothing useful there, so we'll end our turn. They're just basically adding junk into our deck to try to gum us up. Let's do the 7 block, 7 damage. They're going to do 16 damage, so that is useful to get some block there. Let's do the bloodletting. Let's bludgeon. And then look at that. Oh, now what do we got? We got little stunned creatures. Let's see what happens here. It's a lot of little creatures that we're going to try to get rid of. So there's 12 damage coming our way. So we can do this, which will give us some block. This, which will give us some block. So we're still going to take a bit of damage, but we should be on a good path for blocking. Putting more junk in our deck. We've got 16 attack coming our way. Let's lose the 3 HP. Let's bash. Let's defend. Try to minimize what we get. Yeah, those infection cards are super annoying. We're down in our health, but let's do this. Bloodletting, so we get more energy. I think I'm actually going to go into that one there. Deal 9 damage, but we got a card back on top of our deck. Let's do the bloodletting. What does this one have to unplayable? At the end of your turn, if this is in your hand, take 3 damage. So we're going to take 6 damage plus another 3, so let's say 9 damage down at 50. That's unfortunate, but we're doing okay. And our block there. Attack. And then we will do the shrug it off. So that's 13. So I think we should be okay to just do this attack then for our last playable. So we should block all of that. Let's do the 7, block 7 damage. Let's do the headbutt. Get bash back, but we're not going to need that. And then there we go. So we healed 6, but we're down to 54 out of 84. Happy Flower. Every 3 turns, gain an energy. That's nice. Add a card to our deck. Deal 4 damage and apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. That sounds cool. Gain an energy at the start of each turn. That could be good. At the end of your turn, 1 random attack in your hand is played against a random enemy. Let's do the thunderclap. I like the potential of that. So now I think we definitely want to rest. So we're at 79 out of 84 health. That's not bad. We've got boss battle here. It's a crazy, interesting looking creature. I don't think we don't need defense right off the bat. Just doing the one. This one's 7 attack, like 7 damage, so I think it's useful to keep around. Although I guess we can't. We only have 3 energy. Let's do a strike as well. Let's see if we can get maybe a bloodletting or something else interesting. Let's do the thunderclap. Make the boss vulnerable. And then the iron wave. And then maybe actually maybe this, because the vicious, because that way then we will get the extra card on other turns when we start doing our vulnerable attacks. Interesting. Oh, we didn't get a lot of great cards there. Bloodletting is nice to get, but we didn't get any block. And we're going to take 18 damage. That is rough. Rough, rough, rough. We're going to do 20 damage to us this time. This would be 8, so it's 13, 18. Yeah, let's do the bash. I feel like it's necessary. I'm going to take 12. Yeah, let's do that. Headbutt, and let's add the what do we add back? Do we want energy or do we want like the iron wave? Could do the bash as well. Let's grab the iron wave, I think. So we're going to take 12 damage. That's rough. That worked okay though. Oh, we're going to take 22, but okay, so this at least will give us 7 block. This is another 8 blocks. We're up to 15, so we're taking 7 damage. Let's do that. So that's gonna, it's a little more damage against us, but that way we can get these all in. We need to get them to 150 to knock him down there for a moment. But so 7 damage, so we're gonna be down to 39 health. That was rough, rough, rough. $24. Let's do the bloodletting. Let's bring back the bloodletting, and then we're gonna play our defense. Unfortunate, we got him to 151. 150 is where the boss would be stunned. So we're gonna take 9 damage. This takes us down to 27. Vulnerable and stunned. Let's do the bloodletting because we need the energy. We'll bash. That got us another card because we did the vulnerable. Let's do headbutt. We can choose to bring Bash back next turn. I think we'll do the Toric Toughness because that'll give us 5 block at the start of our upcoming turn, which should be really useful. I'm going to apply a debuff to me. Let's do the bloodletting. Let's do Bash. So if we do this, down to 21 health, but yeah, let's do this. We got to get 30. We got to get crushing damage on them. They're down to 56. We're down to 21. I can only play 1 card this turn, and I'm going to take 15 damage. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to take 10 damage, but if we get... If we do this, we can bring Bludgeon back. Let's do that. I can't play any more cards. So we're going to take 10 damage to take us down to 11. Oh yeah, we got the extra energy from the Happy Flower, I think. 32 would take them down to 11. We can't do enough. Although we could do, that does work because the 7 block would take them down to 10. We'd still have 1 health left. Oh, and they were vulnerable anyways, so they took more damage. Well, that's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. 100 gold, and we get to add a card to our deck. Barricade. Block is not removed at the start of your turn. That would be cool. Aggression. At the start of your turn, put a random attack from your discard pile into your hand and upgrade it. That is cool as well. And then vulnerable enemies take an additional 25%. I like all of those, but I guess they are expensive somewhat to play. Maybe aggression. Start of your turn, put a random attack from your discard pile into your hand and upgrade it. Let's try that and see what. So we're on to Act 2, Hive. Ooh, a visitor. Do come in, dear. What can Tezcatera do for you? Nutritious soup. Enchant all strikes in your deck with Tezcatera's Ember. Deals 3 additional damage and gains Eternal. Remove 4 cards from your deck. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, add a soot into your draw pile. Replace the Act 2 map with a single special path. Maybe we'll do this one then, or maybe the Golden Compass? I don't know what that. A single special path. Well, let's try that. Maybe that'll be interesting. We'll do the single path. It seems like an interesting an interesting mix of things, so I think I'm okay with that. We're up to 85 health again, full health, which is good. I think we're continuing to gain. Yeah, at the end of combat, gain 1 max HP, so I think we're still going up by 1 each time. I don't think we need, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to give us an extra 2. I think we need, what's going to happen here? I think we could try getting rid of this and see if we can get an extra attack that could be useful. Yeah, I like that. Let's do the vicious. Let's do the bloodletting. So we gain our 5 block, and then we'll get 5 block at the beginning of each of the next 2 turns. Oh, we don't even need the second one. Yeah, okay, so that's good. So we can do the headbutt. And we can take back. Take back the torque toughness, I think. Took a little bit of damage, but not too worried. I got interesting choices here. We could do the bludgeon, which would make it's got hard to kill, reduce all damage taken and HP lost by exoskeleton to 9. Well, let's get this out here then. 10 sets us up better. We're still going to be losing health. Let's do there. Yeah, we'll take them down by 6. Yeah, so we took a little extra there. Let's do the aggression. I think will be a good thing. Let's do the iron wave. So it's going to give us 7 block, which will put us in a pretty good spot, I think. They're doing 19 damage total. Let's do this. So that's definitely going to put us in a good spot. And then we'll do the headbutt. And then let's bring back the bloodletting. I don't think we should take any damage. Oh, we got our 1 attack back and it got upgraded. Like that. Let's do the bloodletting. Do a defend. That should make sure that we don't take any damage. Make sure the thunderclap comes back. There, now we don't, no damage at all. So we've got 19, so this would be 12, 19. Yeah, so we'll be fine with that. We can put the bloodletting back there. We can just do the thunderclap. Oh, it's gonna make me go the one additional one. So we gained back some health. Duplicator. This turn, your next card is played an extra time. That's good. I'd like another Iron Wave, I think. I like that card. What are we getting here? Stone of All Time. So we can drink and lift, lose duplicator, gain 10 max HP, push, lose 6 HP, enchant and attack with vigorous 8. First time this card is played, it deals 8 additional damage. I want the duplicator, I think, but 10 HP? I guess we want the 10 max HP. That's huge, right? Yeah, up to 96. I think that's pretty big. What do we got going on next here? Battle, just should be just a regular battle. I don't think we need to replace any because I want to do aggression to bring back that attack. I think that is useful. We can do, this is the regular Iron Wave, so it's 5 damage, 5 block. Thunderclap. And strike, so we're going to take 12 damage. I don't think we're going to like the, no. Yeah, that's annoying, but we can live with that. Iron Wave will come back, and then we can do this Torque Toughness. Let's end turn. So the Thunderclap is back. I think we take the Bloodletting, because then we can get the 5. Oh, it's only going to do 3 damage. That's what he's doing. He's messing with us. Headbutt. Bring the Thunderclap back. Can get 8 block, so that's 18. So we're only taking 3 damage then. Oh, that's cool because we. Yeah, I think we'll still do the defend. So we won't take any damage. Let's bash. We got an extra energy that time again from our flower pot. That's a cool card. Let's do the headbutt. We can bring back the bash. And then with our last, let's do this one so we do some more damage. Stunned, that was useful. Let's do the bash. And the Iron Wave. We get gold, weak potion, take our stolen card back. Yes, the vicious. And we add a card. Oh, that's a weird. Second Wind. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand, gain 7 block for each. Maybe that's useful. I don't know. Taunt, gain 7 block, apply 1 vulnerable. Or deal 10 damage, double the enemy's vulnerable. Let's do the taunt. I mean, I guess we could skip, but let's rest. Brings us back to full health. I think that is big. Let's try these 2 strikes, see if we get anything. This enemy intends to summon monsters. I think we just want to do the big attack then. Can do the aggression, that'll be useful. 16 attack. So we're going to want some block. And the headbutt, let's bring the Iron Wave back next turn. We took 11 damage, boosted the strength on both of them. Let's do bash. So that removes that one out of the equation. Then we can do bloodletting. So we've got 2. They're going to do 9. This would get us 10 block. Let's do it that way then. So that way, hopefully we don't take any damage. $21 damage. Can we do enough? We can actually do enough with these to get rid of it right away. Bring back the thunderclap. And bring back that headbutt. We do the bloodletting, we lose some HP, but then we can do this, we can get some block here. We can throw the weak potion. Oh yeah, that's it. So we got our strike back with the upgrade on it. We've got an extra energy from our flower pot. I love that. That's probably the single greatest little forever boost that we've gotten there. And then if we do the headbutt, that's gone. We can do 7 block, 7 damage. And 9 damage there. I don't like how that monster keeps coming back. It's super annoying. But I guess that is the idea. Actually, let's do this thunderclap first. Make everybody vulnerable. Then we can do the headbutt. Bring back the thunderclap. And then we should do the bloodletting. And then we should do the bludgeon. 11 health left. Actually, we should get the always important to think about the order. Let's do the bash. Let's do the bloodletting, because that way we can finish this guy off. Add a card. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy 4 times. At the start of your turn, lose 1 HP and gain 8 block. I like the sounds of that. I think that's going to be a useful one. So we go to the fire. If we rest, that brings us back to full HP. We're up to 98 max HP now. That is pretty good. Doll room. It's kind of creepy. Obtain a random doll relic. Lose 5 HP. Choose one of 2. Examine each and make the best choice. Lose 15 and choose one of 3. Let's just lose 5. Receive Bing Bong. Whenever you add a card to your deck, add 1 additional copy. Whenever you play an attack, gain 1 block. I think I like the idea of that. Then we've got a treasure. A venerable tea set. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with an additional 2 energy. I think that sounds... Oh, did I not? I didn't take that, did I? I pressed the wrong button, I think. Oh well, I guess we won't be experiencing that. You come upon a faintly glowing key and go to pick it up. Been looking all over for that key. Now, if you don't mind, the person looks like bad news, but maybe it's not good to be too judgy. Return the key, gain 100 gold. Keep the key, fight to obtain. Let's take the 100 gold. Treasure. Whenever you enter a question mark room, heal 5 HP. So you just are supposed to click on it, I see. Now we know. Potion courier. Procure 3 foul potions. Or procure 1 random uncommon. Let's do 1 random uncommon. Radiant tincture. Gain an energy, gain an additional energy at the start of your next 3 turns. That seems useful. Merchant. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, gain 6 block. I like that. At the start of each combat, apply 1 week to all enemies. Now dig at rest sites for a random relic. We've already got that. It's kind of cool. Got that. I do like that. The end of 3 turns, deal 40 damage to all enemies. That's interesting. At the start of your turn, play the top card of your draw pile. You can try that. I like this one here too. I think that will be useful. Let's do that one as well. We'll get the weakness for enemies. I know we kind of blew through a lot of gold there, but I think it's going to be useful. Because of the, I see, because of the, I think that's just because of the person we're fighting against, or is that? Yeah, I think so. I'm not going to change any of those. I think they're okay. So at the start of our turn, lose 1 HP, but gain 8 block, like that. Then this is the play the top card. Let's do some extra energy. Gonna gain 8 block. We're gonna take some damage, but let's see what happens here. We only took 2. That's not bad. What was the aggression one? Oh yeah, that's the one that takes the discard back into my hand. I love that one. That is good. We've got 13 blocks, so let's deal the 32 damage. Yeah, this is the thing that's tainting, adding tainted to all the things. We blocked that. That was good. Vicious. We're going to take 21 damage, but no, we've got 21 block, so that is good. We're gaining block every time we attack as well, so that's extra good. I like the way this is all coming together. We can do bloodletting to do more damage basically, and we're getting more block all the time from these attacks as well. I don't think this is going to be too bad. Let's do the bludgeon. Do we have? No, let's not do that. Let's do bash. And then let's do the iron wave. Let's end turn. Bring the iron wave back. We've only got 25 health. We should be able to finish them off. Nice, nice. So we get gold, we get a block potion. The whetstone, upon pickup, upgrade 2 random attacks. Like that. Add a card. Deals 5 damage. If you lost HP this turn, hits 2 times. I think we're going to do this Shrug It Off because I like that's going to be good for block. I think we can actually consider upgrading this time, upgrading a card in our deck rather than resting because we're not too far off. What happens with this? We lose 3 HP and we gain 3 energy. Yes, please, I will take that. We've got another elite battle. Actually, no, we don't want to get rid of that. Guess we could get rid of that one. Let's bludgeon. Let's do the bloodletting, which will let us play the mayhem. We just start doing so much stuff at the beginning of every turn. We took a little bit of damage there, down to 79 health, but I think we're okay. Headbutt. Put the bloodletting back in there. We can do the Crimson Mantle, because that gets us the 8 block each turn for 1 health. We can do the Aggression, that gets us an attack back from our discard. Let's get some energy, and let's do the Toric Toughness. And the Defend. So we are going to take some damage, down to 69. 68, but we've got a lot of, everything should be rolling now pretty much. Oh, we need, I see we've got those cards which are annoying, but that's fine. Let's do the bloodletting and let's get some more attacks going here. They just get us block anyways, which obviously goes away, but we've got 4 energy. Let's do that. He's going to do 28 damage. We've got 14, so that means we're going to lose 14 health. The way it stands at the moment. Not too much we can do about that. Let's bring the bludgeon back. We'll just basically finish him off on the next turn. Definitely going to need to be doing some healing. Cold. At the start of each combat, upgrade 2 random cards in your draw pile for the rest of combat. I like that. An upgraded Vicious. Whenever you apply vulnerable, draw 2 cards. Sure, let's try that. Definitely need some healing this time. Only takes us up to 87. Not as high as I would like. But let's see what we've got going on here with the final boss. I don't think they're attacking us. See if we can get, see what we can get going on here. They're going to give us 6 things to clutter our deck. They're going to use a buff. Like you're going to need the block. That's going to be a must. This is going to, vulnerable is going to give us cards. That's good, like that. Then we can strike 321 health overall. That's a lot of health. Don't like that. What does that? Get farther away. Increase sand pit by 1. Increase the cost of this card by 1. Interesting. I don't entirely know what that means, but at the start of your turn, play the top card. Yes, let's do that. They're going to do 16. By doing vulnerable, that gave us a couple of cards. That is nice. To shrug it off. Then let's do headbutt. We'll bring back the shrug it off. End of turn. Let's get some block. Start of your turn, put a random attack from your discard back into your hand. Yes, please. Then let's do the shrug it off. Let's do the thunderclap, because that'll get us a couple of cards. Let's do... We haven't had any bloodletting since those first ones. Let's do the torque toughness. So we've got 4 energy. Let's do the shrug it off. Let's do bash. Let's do the bloodletting. And let's do bludgeon. That is big time, so I think that's useful. Let's do strike. I don't think we need more block at the moment. Oh, I see. The sand pit. In 2 turns, you will be eaten and die. Well, that is... Oh, in 3 turns, you will be eaten and die. Interesting. They're going to do 20. Let's do 1 of those. Let's do the torque toughness. So I think we're going to take 1 damage there then. They're going to do 30, so let's do shrug it off. Let's do a strike. And iron wave. I guess we need to do this. We need to do the frantic escape. Make sure that we don't die horribly that way. Still have 3 because we got the extra energy from the flower pot. Let's do headbutt. Let's bring back the bash. Let's do thunderclap. $138. I guess let's do another frantic escape. Just give ourselves a little extra room. We're going to not take any damage that turn. Their strength keeps going up. Let's do headbutt. Bring bash back. We don't have any. The bloodletting is what I'm looking for. What are they going to do? They're going to do 24, and we've only got 9, so that means we take 15. Let's do the torque toughness. What can we do? We can do bash, right? Bash is a good one. And then actually we've got bloodletting. So let's do bludgeon as well. Yeah, that's a big damage. Big damage, only 42 health left. Let's do the Iron Wave. Let's do bludgeon. Nice, nice. Finish the second act. That's huge. Huge. Unmovable. First time you gain block from a card each turn, double the amount gained. Yes, please. Deal 2 damage to all enemies 4 times. Deal 10 damage if fatal. Raise your max HP by 3. Exhaust. I don't know, how often would that happen that's the killing blow? I like the idea, but I really think this unmovable one is the clear winner. I gotta remember too, we got these potions. We should be using those. So weak, but you have potential. Use this weapon. Throwing axe. The first card you play each combat is played an extra time. Transform up to 6 cards into Maul. Deal 5 damage twice. Increase the damage of all Maul cards by 1 this combat. Sigh at the start of your turn, gain 7 block. I like the first card you play each combat is played an extra time. This one is super powerful though. At the start of your turn, gain 7 block. I think we have to go with that. Maybe a little defensive, but I think the better way to go. Cards to replace. Maybe those two. Would be nice to get a bloodletting. No, we're not going to. Okay. Let's do the Crimson Mantle. Iron Wave. And then if we do a defend, I don't think we'll take any damage. Yeah, didn't take any damage. That's good. We're getting lots of block. We want the vicious, so that way we get the cards. when we do vulnerable. We're over 100 max HP now, which is really cool. We want the mayhem. We want the shrug it off. And let's do a headbutt. Let's get the iron wave back the next time. Now we did take a little bit of. Oh, we're not over 100. How did that? What exactly did that work? Let's get rid of that guy. Oh, we didn't get rid of him. That's annoying. I think we've got plenty. No, we don't have plenty. We're going to take 14 damage. You can see the damage is ramping up to try to combat how much block you probably build up by this point in the game. Let's do aggression. But defend. Don't need a bloodletting at the moment because we don't have any other cards. But now we're getting headbutt back, which is awesome. Actually, we want bash. And then we get lots of cards moving through. Thunderclap. And then the headbutt. Let's bring the bloodletting back next turn. As soon as you start getting all these things happening automatically at the start of your turn, it's just like super, super powerful. Lose 2 HP, deal 15 damage. Sure, we'll try that. Why are we losing? I don't know why we started losing max HP. That is unfortunate. Let's maybe try losing those two and seeing, no, nothing useful. Let's do the iron wave. A headbutt. Bring the iron wave back. I think we can just attack because I don't think they're going to do any damage to us. We are going to take some damage. Let's take the other headbutt to the top of the pile. Play that one's for more cards. But we should be able to hopefully get rid of this guy on the next turn. Let's do Thunderclap. gonna do 20 damage. Guess we want that. Bash. Aggression. I don't think we're gonna last long for that though, but that's okay. 11 block. Doing okay. Knocking him down. Yep, there we go. We're back to gaining max HP again. I don't know why we were up higher for a moment there and then it went away. So Anger plus, deal 8 damage. Add a copy of this card into your discard pile. That seems interesting. I do like the Iron Wave though, but let's do the Iron Wave. I definitely sense that things are ramping up though, so I'm curious how far we're going to be able to go here. So if we do, I really want to do the aggression. I think we need to do shrug it off, because otherwise I think we're going to have trouble. Okay, so now we can do the bloodletting. We can do vicious. We can do the bash. I think we managed to avoid any damage this turn, other than our self-inflicted. Let's do bash again. And let's do the Iron Wave. And shrug it off. So we're going to take 4 damage. Yeah, we're like losing max HP again. We're down to 93. Why? I don't understand though what is the where is that coming from? It must be one of our so it must be a card that we have. I just didn't realize that's what it was doing. Let's do the Iron Wave. Thunder. Bloodletting. Let's bludgeon that one. Block. Yeah, down to 91. See, look at the paper cuts. You lose 2 max HP. Interesting. Did not realize that was going on. Bring back the Shrug It Off. We are going to take damage, which is going to be unfortunate. It means we're going to lose more. Yeah, down to 89. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Let's see if we can wrap this one up. So we're back up to 90 from our one that gives us an extra max HP for each combat we finish. Let's take a headbutt one. See if we can get something beneficial. Clumsy, do we want a curse to get a random relic, or do we want to lose some health and gain gold? Do that, I guess. Seems like a better idea. Let's go this way, because I really would like some health. Battle worn dummy. So fight a 75 HP dummy, procure one random potion, 150 HP dummy, upgrade 2 random cards, random relic. You have 3 turns to defeat me. 3 turns. 300 is scary. Can we do 300 in 3 turns? Let's do the 150, I guess. I don't know if we're getting. Let's do. I'd really like some big damage things, some more energy. Now, this isn't going to do much for us, is it? Take some damage so that we can do that headbutt. Bring that back again. I guess we can do the defend. Yeah, we're not even going to be able to do this. Boo. Yes, that did not go well. Let's go this way. Let's try to heal ourselves. Almost back to full health, but we've lost a lot of max HP. Game piece. Whenever you play a power, draw one card. Interesting. Let's go this way. Let's go to the smith. Yeah, let's do bash plus. I don't want to face any crushing enemies right at the moment. Impervious, it's interesting. Actually, what have we got down here? While you have no potions, you have 2 additional dexterity. Whenever you rest, heal an additional 15. At the start of your second turn, gain 14 block. I like that. That's basically all we can do, but I'm not horrified by that. Lose 11 HP, obtain a random relic. So we gained, what's the relic? Gremlin Horn. Whenever an enemy dies, gain an energy and draw a card. That's cool and interesting. I feel like we're heading towards our doom here, but let's see if there's... discard that. Let's do the regen. Feel like the regen could be useful. Might be enough to keep us alive. Or did we got another aggression? Does that stack then? That's bonkers if that stacks. I assume it must. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll upgrade that card. That should be pretty useful. I don't know. I don't feel good about this boss fight. $13 damage. I'd really like it if we could get a bloodletting. Let's do that. We're going to do that. So we're going to take damage right off the bat. Oh, you know what we need to do? What is that? So what we need to do let's drink the regen potion. don't know that this extra energy is going to be useful to us yet. So we only do one of those cards. I think we have to end there. A lot of things going on. We can bring an attack back. Yes. We can gain 5 block and do a bit of damage. Do some more attack there. We are going to take damage. We're going to take 36 minus 27. It's a bit unfortunate. I feel like we should drink that. And I think I'm going to do this. That'll give us the extra energy. Do that. Let's bring back the bloodletting because I think we're going to want that. Try to stack up some damage. Yeah, okay, now we're healing. These binding is super annoying. I don't know. So do 24, so we're already blocking everything. Let's do headbutt. Let's do iron wave. Strike plus. And strike. Driving down his HP. We need some big time. He's getting a lot of block built up. That's going to be 48. Gee whiz. Gee whiz, gee whiz, gee whiz. Let's do this, make him vulnerable. 1648. That's so much. 10 blocks or up to 27. So it still means we're going to take 21. What do we... Maybe the bloodletting. guess we'll lose the 2 HP to try to get a bunch of damage in. It's going to be the end of that. But now we got both aggressions going. I think we're going to have 2 attacks coming up and back into our hand. Yeah, 2 attacks coming back. We're going to bludgeon. He's blocking. Starting to do some damage there finally. $35. Needs a block. There's a lot of stuff going on. Let's do vicious, because then if we do, then we should be able to do bash, get some cards. Get some damage in. Let's do thunderclap. Headbutt. Bring the bloodletting back. Gaining strength, weakening. I don't like the blood. That's annoying. Let's do. They're doing 50. So it's gonna be 17. Yeah, well, we just have to deal with it. We don't have a lot of choice. Down to 25 health. So if we do that, it should get us the bloodletting. Is that the best one? Yeah, that's the best one, I think. We're gonna lose another 2 HP, but we need to just be racking up the damage. actually. Is it better to do that, or is it better to do that? Like we need the big damage. Actually, that's never, this is better to do. Well, I guess not even really, but they're doing 65. Can I even get? No, we're gonna be so close. 9 versus 65, so it's like 36. Yeah, this just isn't going to. We're gonna be oh so close. So close and yet so far. 50 floors. That's really cool though. Like I have to like it's just that's fun. So many interesting strategies. The Ironclad strength surges. Some different relics that can come out. That is cool. More relics. Definitely a lot of interesting unlocks. Always tough though when it's like you feel like you went so far and it took you so long, and then it's like, oh, it's gonna take me forever to get back there again. So I guess the next time we want to try out the silent and see. So you draw 2 additional cards. In other words, this one is healing 6 HP. This one draws 2 at the start of each combat, which could be cool. Depends, I guess, on not having that healing will definitely be something that hurts. But I think it was very interesting. I think it's a cool game. I'm excited to play some more. Curious what people's thoughts are on the Slay the Spire 2 versus 1. Obviously, this is still early access, but I'm curious if it's worth going back and playing the original as well. But that is it for today. We will play again in the near future to run through with the other characters, see if we can do some more unlocks. But in the meantime, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.